Mike's hot Italian sub from Jersey Mike's. Fresh ham, salami, and pepperoni chopped up by hand right on the grill. Forget about it. Then topped with a layer of melted provolone? Forget about it. And the regular is only $8.95? Forget about it. Wait a minute. Actually, remember about it. Because you gotta try it with our chopped pepperillas before it's gone. The all-new Mike's Hot Italian Sub for a limited time only at Jersey Mike's.
What can I get you today?
I don't know. Why is it so hard to find a job where I can help people?
I always wanted a job where I could travel more.
I want a job building rockets.
Okay. A job that uses my people skills. And a cheeseburger.
I'm a creative person. I want to work somewhere creative.
It's easy to spot a Planet Fitness member. They all look strong. Hey, thanks. We're all strong on this planet. Yeah. Planet Fitness. Locations near you. Judgment free. Just $15 a month.
Right this second. At some diner somewhere,
I'll have a...
someone really wants a soda. But that same someone doesn't want to be like the only someone to order a soda. Embarrassing. Yeah, she's looking at you.
Yeah, I know the struggle is real, honey, but so are all these other...
What if there were a better soda?
Hun, get a poppy. It's a soda with 5 grams of sugar.
Okay. Okay, since waitress is a genius.
Can I get one too?
Ally helps millions spend smarter and save more for the things that matter most to them. That's why we're the bank that's your ally.
My breast cancer diagnosis was a shock. That's when I found the Outcomes for Me app.
Our oncologist-approved, easy-to-use app gives you personalized treatment options, tools to manage your care, and access to expert advice. Download the Outcomes for Me app today.
Look at Michaela attack that run. No doubt you can do the same, Stella.
Cut your mobile bill in half and save $60 a month for your first year with Xfinity Mobile. Xfinity, imagine that.
With fast signs, see the visual possibility in your business. With signs and graphics, you can say anything. Transforming your space begins at our place. Fast signs, make your statement.
Welcome to Miami. Both teams are playing their best football. Championship match. Here we go. Same speed, game speed. Flexing. Set for the second half in Miami. College Football Playoff National Championship presented by AT&T. Home stadium of the Hurricanes. Crowd edge Indiana and a 10-0 lead for the number 1 team. 30 minutes away from a 16-0 regular season and the school's first national championship. What can Miami do, Kirk, to prevent that? Who should get the ball to start the third quarter?
Well, the defense is playing pretty well. You know, they're going to have to continue to try to take away some of the space for those easy access throws that Mendoza's been taking. Really, it's about their offense. We saw them put together their best drive there at the end of the half. I think it's quick hitters with all that Indiana movement on that defensive line. You got to hit some quick hitters with Mark Fletcher. Got to get back to the rail, run the ball, to set up their play-action game that can be so dangerous.
Miami had 26 yards total offense until that last drive. Coming up empty when Davis hit the field goal off the right upright. All-State bus. Last stop for Sam. It's been a long year. Here he is going down the racetrack outside the city. What's the All-State good hands play tonight?
Yeah, we're going to talk about the adjustment that Indiana's made against the respect they have for Ruben Payne and company. A lot of RPOs. A lot of quick ball out, see if you alert, run the ball, get the ball out, when you see the cushion, you can see how quickly he is not holding on to that ball much. Now, they only have one touchdown, which is a big accomplishment for Miami compared to the first two games in the CFP where they really just dominated. But look at that, 2.1 seconds, that ball's out of his hands.
The first down run, hit behind the line, falling forward. Near the line of scrimmage is Kaylon Black. Molly?
Well, Chris, Miami corner Xavier Lucas returns after missing the first half with a targeting penalty. He stayed warm by doing sprints on the sideline and told us he's going to come out in this second half with a fire and an anger. And speaking of anger, defensive coordinator Corey Heatherman gathered his defense together on the sideline before the half and said, I don't recognize you. You're missing tackles, making unacceptable mistakes. I need you guys to be detailed, disciplined.
Mendoza looking to throw on second and 10. He'll be sacked. Dropped by Hakeem Mesidor. The other elite pass rusher defensive end gets home.
I was showing you the cushion and lack thereof right here. Look at how tight this coverage is. That's different than what we saw in the first half where they gave up a ton of cushion. And now when you play tight like that, Mendoza, see how he wants to get the ball out of his hands, but he's got nowhere to go. Pump, he's kind of taking that extra hitch, and it eventually allows that pass rush, and so lethal to get home.
Yeah, that was not 2.1 seconds. That was longer than he held the ball. Now that he's going to try to run for it. On third and long, and Black, did he get a face mask?
Sure looked like it.
Early in the play, that's going to break free. Another costly penalty for Miami, apparently.
Onto a blunt, looked like he got his hands up into the face mask and pulled it down.
There's penalties, and then there's really crushing penalties.
Yeah.
They're off the field that time.
They're conceding. They're going to punt, run the
Personal
football.
foul, face mask, defense, first down.
That's 3rd and 17. First series of the second half. It's about to be a 3-and-out after that sack. Indiana's just going to run and just kind of basically concede the series. And instead, a hustle play by Blunt just gets his left hand up into the face mask and pulls Black down. And it brings the 15-yard penalty and the automatic first down.
The third penalty on third down. Miami had 54 penalties on them this year than Indiana. Cignetti hoped and believed that was going to be an edge today. His team playing more discipline. The first down run by Hemby, nothing there. Holly?
Well, for Fernando Mendoza to take the field on this offensive drive, the last thing he did before he got on the field was come and put this liquid chalk on his hands. I tried a little bit myself. This is actually goes on like it's wet, but in about 5 seconds it dries. It's not tacky. It doesn't get on the ball. It is not illegal, but it does give him just a little less moisture on his hands so he can help grip the ball. You ever had whiteout dry on your fingers? It's a little like that.
Don't touch your jacket, Holly, with that hand. That's kind of a growing trend, that liquid chalk. Mendoza rolls, moves the pocket, delivers a downfield play, and it's incomplete. Surratt was trying to fight back to the football. Ethan O'Connor was defending. So it's third and long again.
Yeah, he was looking downfield. You know, I think he missed an open receiver with Omar Cooper. He looks downfield to Surratt. But Cooper, tight coverage with Keontae Scott. It's a good matchup. He goes down. He keeps his feet. He's wide open. You see he's a little frustrated at the end there. Because he knew that he was able to win that battle against Keontae Scott. That is a heck of a battle in there on the inside with those two.
Got the top guy. See him run over like that often.
That's a third and long again.
Doza needs 9 here. Has time now running out of it. Finishes it down and makes the sack. 2 sacks in the possession, and Miami survives the personal foul and gets off the field. 8-yard loss there.
What they do is they roll the linebacker to try to create a one-on-one. So this will occupy the guard, and now you've got a one-on-one matchup to the outside. That was Lightfoot. Evans ends up blocking nobody. So instead of being able to kick out 62 to have 2 guys on game, it's a one-on-one matchup. Good against Carter Smith, and he's able to get home.
When that draft unfolds in Vegas, I mean, how many names did go off the board before Ruben Bain? That's what I want to know.
I'm with you.
I know you need quarterbacks often, but you need pass rushers too. This is Tony, Malachi Tony. Long kick, gave him a chance to get momentum before the coverage team arrived. 49-yard boot, but he brought it back for 17 yards. to Miami's defense. Still playing hard, still keeping the offense close. 10-0. Aerial coverage brought to you by Goodyear. Legends aren't born, they're proven. See if Kane get something going with Beck after this.
Knock, knock, Capital One Bank guy. I just moved into the neighborhood. We're in Jackson. That's what the Capital One Cafe is here. Open 7 days a week at most locations. Can I use your ATM? My dog walk only takes cash. Anything for a neighbor. Oh, my wash machine's on the fritz also. Just a thing. Ooh, you make a pretty good bank guy. Want to try the catchphrase? There's no fees or minimums on Capital One checking accounts. Now the other one. What's in your wallet?
This Friday, you're charged with the murder of your wife. Prove it. Get in the chair. Go on the ride. You must move from one piece of the puzzle to the next. And try to solve the mystery in IMAX.
The clock is ticking.
Mercy, PG-13 Friday.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network, so you can watch the game together, even when you're away.
My wife is having a baby.
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. That's all part of the AT&T guarantee.
What was that? We all have a name. It will be called. It will be tested. And it will live on by the people it inspires. The Home Depot, official FIFA World Cup 2026 supporter.
Here's to the stop that never stopped. To the flavor that found its way into everything. From just one spot to America's #1 spot for wings. This isn't just a meal. It's an arrival. Wingstop is here.
Earlier, ESPN Chairman Jimmy Pitaro, joined by CFP Executive Director Richard Clark and Reese Davis, joined on the field by local Miami guys trying to support education through the power of youth sports. ESPN's Take Back Sports Initiative and the CFP's Extra Yard for Teachers have teamed up to invest over $4 million into sports schools. TakeBackSports.org. Post for more information. Miami with the defense coming up with a pair of sacks to step out the last Hoosier drive. Takes over at the 38. Beck. Across the middle. Not much after the catch from out of Pantone. Fisher was right there to drop it.
It's interesting that in this era of defense is playing a ton of nickel. They want to specialize in nickel and get more speed on the field. You see in the Indiana defense plays with 3 linebackers. Isaiah Jones the third. We go along with Fisher and Hardy. They rarely will take him off the field. That's a big part of their versatility and ability to rush the quarterback when they use 46-4 and 21. He'll rarely go off the field for that 15-8.
We'll give Tony a 5-yard gain anytime. Great job corralling number 10 and not letting him get loose. Fletcher, right straight, Fletcher in the front race. And touchdown. And just like that, Miami's bell cow back changes around this championship game.
There's his mom that's traveled all over America over the last couple years to follow her son's career. She went out flying, but she would drive to see him, whether it's Cal Berkeley or Glendale, Arizona, or wherever.
18,000 miles this year.
Yeah, look at her. Look at that emotion. There you go. That's my ball. I'm so fired up for her to see that.
On the right side opened up a nice crease for him.
Yeah, the right side is what they're known for. But I'll tell you, we got a couple good blocks by the tight end and one of the receivers, C.J. Daniels. Take a look at this, Chris. You're right. Anytime they go behind that right side, you know that they feel good about what they can do. Watch 87. You're going to get a great block here, but 87, Bauman does a nice job of sustaining his block. Look at 7 as well. C.J. Daniels. These receivers from Miami do a heck of a job of blocking and allowing an 8 or 10-yard gain to go for 15, 20, or more. Just keeps that corner sharp outside, and then Fletcher does such a good job of getting downhill. So 20 yards rushing in the entire first half, and 57 on that carry alone.
Longest run of Fletcher's career. Suddenly, a 3-point game here in Miami.
Did we invent crispy chicken? Nah. We just put it where it belongs, inside burritos and tacos, obviously. Extra saucy. 2 strips up. Look at that. Overachieving? Sure. Did you ask for it? No, but we did it anyway. Crispy chicken from Taco Bell. A brand new classic. You're welcome.
At IHG Hotels and Resorts, you can explore the neighborhood.
All right, what do y'all got 10, baby?
Or live like
Ooh, baby.
Unplug for the day. Or plunge into the long weekend. With IHG's 20 hotel brands, you can guest how you guest.
What is it that makes an SUV extraordinary?
Is it the capability to throw a little mud around?
That's a classic.
What about putting safety first?
Okay, that's smart.
Does it need to be roomy enough for the family? I have no idea what these people are.
Just pretend.
What if it's all of that and more?
Well, it's got to be the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid.
There's your answer. Imagine if Fresh Sheet Day could become Fresh Sheet Week. With Downy April Fresh, you can climb into more freshness. Night after night for up to 7 days. Downy breathes life into your laundry.
Dr. Pepper, baby, it's good and nice to do. Dr. Pepper, baby, it's good and nice. Dr. Pepper, baby, it's good and nice. Good and nice to do.
Being a pro doesn't start under the lights. It starts in the kitchen, where factor chefs dial in balance, the way coaches fine-tune plays, because what you put in is what you get out. Factor, eat like a pro.
Mark Fletcher has given this team life for Miami. He's not just the top running back, he really is the emotional leader, a pillar of the program, says Mario Cristobal.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Speaking to him, he's just a guy, you get done talking to him, you get fired up about football. He just loves the game, loves his teammates. He's already decided to come back next year to play for the Hurricanes. So he is all in. There's Linda. And there's his mom after that touchdown.
Thank you for wearing a mic tonight.
Yeah. Anybody who's a parent can feel that passion, that love for their kid after a big moment. That was so cool to see and hear that.
You do a lot for your kids, but you drive 18,000 miles in a football season in a car now. It's like a car.
I know.
10,000 alone in the CFP, Kirk.
I know. That's so impressive.
Think about that. College Station, Texas, back to Lauderdale. Dallas, back to Lauderdale. Arizona, and she finally gets a 12-minute drive.
Yeah. If anybody earned it, she earned it.
Now, the Indiana team, which has responded so well this season, will have to do so again. Molly?
Well, Mark Fletcher doing his day began with a text to his late father, as he does before every single game. Fletcher texted his dad at 5:45 this morning saying, "Good morning, Dad. Be with me, boss man. I love you." Mark Fletcher senior passed away October 2024. His son keeps him reminded of everything he does. Keeps his own cell phone just so he can text Dad before games and on hard days. You see LLBM on his iPad. That is long live Big Mark. And his dad, Mario Cristobal, says has the best seat in the house, and he sure did for that touchdown race.
Beautiful stuff, Molly. Indiana back to work. They break the tackles. So running. And out across the 40. These guys guys have been tough to tackle all season long, and Miami hasn't done a good job tonight.
Yeah, outside stretch play. We haven't seen a lot of those tonight from this Indiana offense, but what a great response after that touchdown. Really good blocking by Nowakowski. And then we see Omar Cooper, number 3, also working at that second level. So we saw Miami get a big gain, and now IU comes back with tight end and receiver blocking as well.
It'll be a quiet night, 8 yards until that 15-yard burst. Left side, one down to about a 4-yard gain.
National championship, it is still momentum swings back and forth. After Miami's defense got Mendoza off the field with Baines hustle play, you can just sense even before the touchdown, momentum kind of shifted. Then the touchdown, it's a big possession for Mendoza in this IU offense.
Off the right side. Picks up about 3. He'll set up 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, and throughout the CFP, Indiana's been in control. You go back to the regular season, the reason I think a lot of people fell in love with this Indiana team, they're battle-tested. Went to Iowa City. There's coming off there with a Olympics, had a great first half, but they went to Iowa City, they went to Penn State, beat Ohio State and Indianapolis. They've been tested, but the last couple games, they have not.
Bolton had a low ankle sprain against Ohio State. He's been playing through pain the last couple of playoff games. So he's not in there to anchor the middle of this D-line on 33. Mendoza looks to throw, gets it out, and it's bobbled and incomplete. Surratt had his hands on it, normally very reliable. Dropped the ball, and Indiana facing a 4th-and 47, and here comes punting.
Yeah, really good job of seeing it with Mendoza on 3rd down. Keontae Scott brought the blitz on his left side, right over top of Surratt. He saw it. Surratt does the right thing, is sitting down, right, giving him a big target, just never quite able to hold on to the ball. And eventually, Torrey knocked it away.
Had 2 chances to catch it, but punch shot, I think, from Torrey made that incompletion. Miami does get out of stop. Tony steps up and makes the fair catch at the 11-yard line. So back in the cage, back to work, down by 3. The College Football Playoff National Championship trophy's been hanging around all week. Later tonight, one of these 2 teams will raise it as the confetti falls.
Every owl has something to protect.
I don't think I'm doing this right.
Al Chun.
Can you have me a pay cut?
Alan Hagan.
I'm not going to spend my retirement on land.
Owls who start a business
Who's the boss now?
and pass it down. They've all got something to protect, whether it's these owls
It's actually Allie.
or this perfect little Jeff. And with investment, retirement, and insurance know-how,
Look at the guy.
Prudential can help protect your life. Who's your
Now, when you get a Jimmy John's sandwich, you can have any bag of chips and a drink for only $1. You know, 4 quarters, 10 dimes, or 1 trillion pennies if you love counting. Whatever, $1. You get it. Jimmy John's. Oh, that's good.
Real strength isn't pushing through pain, it's treating it. When there's no pain, there's more gain. Advil Liquid Gels target pain by inflammation. Strong nerves. Advil, that's real strength.
Every day, we are here. In the medicine that keeps your family healthy. In the food on your table. In the discoveries that drive the nation and economy forward. We've always been here. In the solutions shaping a better future across the country in every corner of life. Researching, teaching, solving, innovating. On campus, in your community. Every day, we are here.
Some days are the fun days. The days you get to go wild. Which makes the Ford Ranger perfect for you. Made to haul, made for the trail, and made for any wild idea you've got. Get a wild deal on a Ranger today. Lease a 2025 Ford Ranger Super Crew 4x4 for just $279 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
With all the rain, snow, and mud we get around here, it's all-wheel drive all year round because nothing else gives you the confidence and capability to handle it all.
And nobody gives you more all-wheel drive choices than Toyota.
and they keep going back to that back shoulder fade. This was not his best throw, but it's a heck of an effort by Becker. That's just a fade that's bringing him back. It's not a back shoulder at all. It was designed to be, but because Becker has such good feel for this play, he's able to adjust and kind of control his body in the air and come up with that conversion.
Clock ticking at 2:21. Another first down run for Hampton. He's got the edge, stiff arm, scoots out of bounds. It's right near the marker.
How about Omar Cooper? We just showed you that touchdown that he made. Watch him here. He wants to block this safety and make the corner have to tackle. Watch him kind of nonchalant. Now he goes for the safety. Huge collision. And force the corner to have to make that tackle. Great shot right there. Omar Cooper. Jacoby Thomas, he didn't know what hit him.
Clock will run down to the 2-minute timeout. Miami does have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. And the Hoosiers put it away with a touchdown, win their first championship. Can Miami force a field goal try, give back one more chance? All to play for in the final 2 minutes here of the championship game.
On a two-timing Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
You guys mind flipping to the Western game?
Oh,
Western team has an exciting offense. You have a side team. No.
why was this in your laundry?
Oh, hey, really, you have a side team. It's not like that.
What about the kid? How many other teams are there?
You know how crazy you guys sound? Now it's not a good time, but you
Leave the Dr. Pepper.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
The first Ram fight song was a hit, so I'm back with a sequel. Called Eagles, Fireworks, F-16s, Ram loves college football and big ticket screens. Fight songs, football, knockout rims, always best on the team with Hemi and Jen. With best in class, base diesel torque, we can hot up at the tailgate and equal pork.
Who asked for a sequel?
Very good. Nothing stops college football. Nothing stops Ram.
To all the small fries and the funky chickens, to the dancers, the chancers, and whatever this guy's doing.
What are you wearing?
To those who can't look away, or just can't. No matter how you game day, Chick-fil-A nuggets are there for the win. Get your 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets and start celebrating today.
I'm an action hero, and like in every epic chase scene, there's no way I'm getting away without hitting a fire hydrant. Or driving through a fruit stand. Or two.
Road closed? Not today.
Get all state. Because mayhem is everywhere.
Coming up on the Ram Trucks post game, we will have the live trophy presentation. We'll visit with either a star player or the coach from the winning side, take you all access inside the victorious locker room. Chris, Herbie, what a final game we've got in the college football season. Still 2 compelling minutes remaining.
Absolutely, Scotty. Hoosiers with that first down. A touchdown just about seals it. Field goal attempts. Depending on how much time left, we give Miami hope. Hemby is the back. Hemby, first and 3, bangs for it for 10. Well, spotted just short of the marker. It could work out well for Signetti.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no need to pick that first down up. Make Miami use these timeouts. He's going to call them over, going to use their first timeout.
Let's talk about Charlie Becker, who made another back shoulder fade catch there. Not typically. He was recruited by the previous coach, Tom Allen. So Signetti comes in, and receivers are pretty much told, move on. This is the one guy, although Becker was in the portal, Kirk, Signetti said, no, stay and win. But he had to bide his time, mostly a special teamer, including the first half of this season. Look what he's done. Stayed with it, improved, emerged, and become a key guy in the championship game.
It's a great story and kind of an outlier in 2025 and it's moving to 2026. Becker, I lived in Nashville. I went to Father Ryan High School and had a good career. I don't know if anybody would have ever expected him to become this guy in these last 6 or 7 games. It's supposed to be a back shoulder fade. Wasn't the best throw we've ever seen from Mendoza. But as long as you put it up in the air and make your receiver have to come back, you can see O'Connor was lost. Even though he studied his scouting report, knew that critical downs, that's the play they go to, still could not be in position to fit it.
Teammates call him Chuck. Just chuck it to Chuck, right?
I just saw it work. That was a great call. Maybe that's what they call him, the huddle.
Beck, hoping he gets a chance in his final game collegiate.
With 2 timeouts, first down pretty much ends the game for Indiana.
Miami unable to prevent a big gain in that first down. You're right, that is crucial now. Whistle.
Yeah, that movement. I think you have movement on the left side by Indiana's offensive line.
Oh my goodness. A team known for its discipline does not make mistakes like that.
Here's Carter Smith, 65.
Part of the snap, false starts. Number 65, offense, 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Outstanding left tackle.
Oh yeah.
For the pro future.
Yep. Yeah, you see him on the far left. Just a little, tiny little movement.
First time they've been penalized in the second half, and that moves it back, and suddenly that's a lifeline for Miami's defense.
Yeah, that's huge.
Rangers can still finish the job here, though. Empty. No. Not much, maybe a half a yard. Cristobal spends another timeout. Ahmad Bowden plugged the middle.
That interior, the Miami defense often gets overlooked because of Bain and Mesidor on the outside, but they've stepped up on that play.
After one rewarding performance, Indiana's got big play on his special teams here. This is the block. Mark comes off the edge, slowly in punt there. Jones falls on it, and this play, which will live forever in Indiana lore, the Hoosiers hold on and win this. Mendoza taking 2 shots.
Well, I think it's 2 things. It's the play and the effort, but the decision to go for it by Curtis Signetti. If they end up winning the game, that's what we're going to remember about this game is critical moment, brought the field goal unit out, brought him back, put Mendoza out there, and you call quarterback draw on 4th and 4.
You remember the decision. I'll remember the run. Okay?
Yeah, I'll remember both. No, I love the run. I just applaud him for a gutsy call.
Absolutely. He sensed this was the time to go up 2 scores, and then still Miami fought back.
3rd and 5, minute 51. You got a timeout. This Miami defense has been the strength of the backbone of this team all year. Can someone step up and make a play right here to keep the Canes' hopes alive?
Black, nothing. He stopped immediately. That was Wesley Bassett and Monterey. Those 2 linebackers stepped up. Final timeout taken. Field goal attempt coming up.
Yeah, heck of a job up front by this defensive line, eating up those linemen who would love to be able to climb up and get to those linebackers. But you see 31 and 1, both getting downhill, both able to stay clean because of the effort by those defensive linemen. So that little flinch by Carter Smith on 2nd 1, they're about to just take easy first down. The game is over. That flinch moves them back to 2nd 6, eventually 3rd down, and now 4th down to keep them in the game.
Hoosier fans hoping that's not going to come back to haunt them. You say the championship game, sometimes unusual things happen. That guy is absolutely rock solid. Their best offensive lineman, one of the best in the country.
Yeah, Big Ten offensive lineman of the year.
Just a little flinch. Now Radicic, who made it from 34 earlier, tries to give Indiana a 6-point lead from 35 yards out. You wonder if Signetti thought about it for a second. Moving out there again. Field goal knocked right through. So Indiana took 4:50 off the clock. Moved at 11 plays and added 3 to the lead. But Miami and Carson Beck are going to have a chance. The kind of drive he was able to produce against Ole Miss in the Fiesta Bowl. 20 years All-State, celebrated every field goal and extra point made at participating universities, donating to the Athletic Scholarship Fund, supporting all student athletes. Thank you, All-State. Field goals won't do it for Miami. Got to find a touchdown.
My first thought, as we just saw that flinch and then the Miami defense make the stops, was Carson Beck. Everything that Carson Beck has been through, you know, he leaves Georgia, he deals with the ulnar nerve surgery, which is a massive ordeal, comes back from that, goes to Miami, falls back in love with the game, fits perfectly into this program, loves his teammates, loves the year he's had, been through a ton of adversity, and now he gets to football. He was over there just hoping for a chance, and he's got it with a minute 42, down 6.
Drive against Ole Miss began with some key throws. Put themselves in position. He wanted to throw it in the end zone. Nobody open, ends up running it in from 3 yards out with 18 seconds to go. This drive put Miami in a position to play for this championship. Some clutch deliveries, laser throws on 3rd down.
Yeah, he was all over it, making great decisions. When it came down to this, his 3 receivers went to the left to the right, man coverage. Doesn't take off that often unless it's obvious. He saw it. Here's Ray Lewis. He said after the Ole Miss game, or after the Ohio State game, he said, Ray Lewis told me, hey, go down there and win it for us. And I think he did it again. Round 2. Hey, man, go have some fun. Go down there and win another one for us. This time it's to Natty.
Facing serious crowd noise in their home stadium. Clock was down at 0. They got delayed. How about these Hoosier fans traveling to Miami, just like they did in a neutral field in Atlanta, and making this feel like a road game for Miami?
Hey, he wants to reset the play clock, but they were slow in the operation of it, so they start, which is like your worst nightmare when you're in a 2-minute offense with no timeouts. You start with a 5-yard penalty, of all things, to delay a game.
Of all things in your own stadium, because the crowd is too loud. It's crazy. 4-man rush, pressure, flips it underhanded. They're trying to find it to Bauman, the tight end. Tyreek Tucker had a hold of him there. Got rid of it to avoid the sack.
Yeah, they moved Kamara over the middle of the center. And he brings pressure and creates a one-on-one opportunity where Tucker usually is in the interior himself. He was outside, out wide. So they're moving some guys around with the versatility. There's 6 that I was talking about. And the 95, Tucker almost finishes it. Heads up play by Beck just to kind of flip it forward towards the tight end.
That would have been a disaster there for Miami. Crowd loud again. Tony comes in motion, back looking the other way. Now receive C.J. Daniels and not have his head turned flags down as they hit back after the throw. They hit him hard. Amari Sharp.
Yep. And I think the hit was by
Roughing
Landino.
the passer, number 97. Defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
It's big Mario Landino. Beck kind of up and staggering.
After he threw this football, he gets hit. Bill, what do you think of that?
A little bit, but I support the run through the passer comment.
Miami catches a break after it looked like it would be an incompletion after the delay of game. You're looking at 2nd and 15 still in the middle of that Indiana fan base, the loudest part of the stadium, so they catch a break, get it out to the 35.
Beck's got to regroup from that big blow and deliver. Miami still 65 yards from the end zone. Underneath, Marty Brown's got it. Brown breaks a tackle. It's a first down at the 46, picked up the 11. Clock stops for a moment here.
Again, rushing 3, dropping 8. Everybody is deep. Heck of a job by Beck. Recognize it, just check it down, get that first down yardage, stop the clock.
Beck again, nobody open. And fires. High ball, catch made in Indiana territory.
Yeah, I think
Tony went up high.
Yeah, Tony ends up catching the ball, and Jones, as he hits him, almost secured the ball into his chest as he took him into the ground for the reception.
Back, long pitch to the sideline, catch made by Daniels, put down inbounds by Sharp. Again, no timeouts left. Clock stops momentarily as Mendoza can watch on one knee.
Yeah, Beck just has complete control. Hand signals, everybody on the same page, ready to go. Indiana's going to call a timeout.
The clock had started moving, a few seconds ticked off, and Signetti wants to spend his last timeout right here. He had burned a couple earlier. Yeah. So neither team has a timeout left. How good is this? Back and forth in the second half. And as you said, Carson Beck, both coaches have said this will be a heck of a movie, however it ends. Well, the last 51 seconds of this movie are about to unfold, and somebody's going to have a truly incredible season. The Hoosiers will be 16-0, national champs for the first time, or Miami is going to once again win a fourth playoff game and win their first championship in like a quarter century.
Yeah, whoever ends up winning this, it's going to be crazy. Big thing for Indiana. They're going to try to protect the sidelines, keep everything in balance, keep the clock moving. And if you Carson back, remember, 43 starts in his career. He knows exactly where he needs to go with his football. Right now, he's trying to free up Malachi Tony. But remember, last week, it was Keelan Marion, number 0, who stepped up against Ole Miss in critical moments on the right side to make some big plays over the middle of that defense of Ole Miss.
C.J. Daniels is the veteran presence here on the right side, but D'Angelo Pons is across from him. Brown is the back. Beck steps up, delivers downfield.
Game over! Yes!
How about Shamari Sharp, who's from Miami, Florida, went to Northwestern High School, takes advantage of an underthrown ball, had his eyes on it the whole way. I don't know if Carson Beck was expecting him to maybe stay in the flat.
After the interception, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 22, defense. That penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal. His first down, Indiana.
Just like that, Greg. The potential Hollywood script ends as he tried to find Marion. He did not have his head turned around. It was Sharp who spotted the football.
Yeah, I think he might see middle field safety, thinking he's got one-on-one right here. So as he throws it, the safety's going to work over here to help out. Now it's a 2-on-1. The corner knows he has help so he can trail. Doesn't feel the urgency to have to stay upfield with Marion. He knows the safety's coming over. Now he locates the football, staying in zone. Indiana's been doing this all year. That's why they're #1 in turnover margin. They play with zone eyes, meaning they watch the quarterback throw the ball so they can react. It's exactly what Sharp did. And as I said, he's from right here. Went to Northwestern High School. Probably a dream of his to make a play like that.
And Kurt Signetti is going to deliver and all that swag, all that bravado that he brought to Bloomington and said all things are possible. Watching Indiana football take a back seat. He finds Mendoza. He brings a bunch of guys from JMU. He has a keen eye for talent. And a bunch of experienced veteran guys are going to come out here with the school's first national title.
I think it's got to be one of the greatest stories we've ever seen in college football. From losing his teams in college football history at the start of the year to now the national champions.
A century of futility is forgotten. The Indiana Hoosiers are the kings of college football.
Coach Signetti, for the first time ever, the Indiana Hoosiers are national champions. What did it take to get here?
It took a lot to get here, but I'll tell you what it took to come out ahead in this game was a lot of guts. I give Miami a lot of credit. They played really hard. we couldn't get anything done couldn't protect the quarterback at all. Made a few plays and adjustments, but their back shoulders and a sprint out got the run game going. Made the interception when we had to. A couple fourth down, we went for it. Mendoza, great run. Took some chances, found a way. Let me tell you, we won the national championship at Indiana University. It can be done, and I'm so happy for our fans. Words can't describe it.
You mentioned that 4th and 5 touchdown run from Fernando Mendoza. What gave you the confidence to make that call?
The coverage before they were in the coverage where that play would work. We put it in for this game. It was quarterback draw, but it was blocked differently. And we rolled the dice and said they're going to be in it again, and they were. We blocked it well. He broke a tackle or two and got in the end zone.
What has your quarterback Fernando Mendoza meant to this championship run?
Oh my God, he's so tough. I mean, he got hit, he had no time. He keeps getting back up, and just a great competitor. And there's no way this gets done without that kind of performance at that position. And I can't say enough great things about it.
Finally, how are you going to celebrate, Coach?
I'm going to have beer.
Enjoy that beer, Coach.
Thank you.
Holly.
Well, Fernando, there was an epic moment in this game. It is the 4th quarter. You're leading by just 3 points, and Coach decides to go for it on 4th down. What did he say to you in that huddle, and how did you execute it?
That's one thing about our team. We're always going to put all on the line. And I want to give all the glory and thanks to God there. My offensive lineman blocked perfectly, and we're able to execute the team toward the common goal, have the Indiana Hoosier synergy to score and to give our team a chance to win the game.
How did you get it in there, though? You have to go airborne, Fernando.
I'm going to go airborne. I'll die for my team. Whatever they need me to do, they need me to take, shots from the front and the back, whatever it is, I'm going to die for my team out there. I know they're going to do the same for me. That's what makes us so close. That's what makes us national champions so special.
Show my cameraman right there your arm. You can't imagine the beating this young man had last night.
I mean, shout out to Miami defense. You can see why they're 2 out of the first round picks. I mean, it's going to be a physical game. And, we had to play physical, and we did play physical. We elevated it, and it's victory so sweet for everybody, for the entire Hoosier Nation, but also, it's super sweet to myself. I was a 2-star recruit coming out of high school. I got declined to walk on offer to the University of Miami. Full circle moment here, playing in Miami for all the friends and family. I can't thank Coach Teddy enough, and Coach Whitmer, and Coach Hannah for taking a chance on me, and just give all the glory to God.
You've been a little boy sitting in these stands watching people play on this field. How do you describe walking out of here a national champion after all these years?
There's no words. There's no words. This is the most special moment of my life, and I know my teammates here. There's no one else I'd rather do it with.
Thank you, Fernando.
Thank you, guys. God bless.
It would be enough to just win a championship. To come back to Miami and beat the school that did not even offer him as a walkout. As Signetti said a few weeks ago, it's a hell of a movie, Kirk.
It's unbelievable. They're just everything you want to see. Living in the Midwest my whole life, to think that Indiana's in this position, it's almost too good of a story, really. So congrats to the Hoosiers all over the country.
So grateful to bring it to you. Bill Bennell produced the game. Jimmy Platt directed it. A usual outstanding job from our crew. Operations specialist Sydney Bennington, thanks for work she and her entire team have done all season long. We've got a lot more to come from here in Miami. Indiana joins the club of national champions, the first new team to do that since the Florida Gators in '96. March Motor breakdown from Hard Rock Stadium as we join now the Ram Trucks postgame.
Thanks for watching a special presentation of ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff National Championship Game, presented by AT&T.
And now welcome back to the Ram Trucks postgame. Some of the confetti still fluttering in the air. Some of the Indiana fans still wanting to make sure that this is not a dream, that they are exactly experiencing what they saw in front of their eyes but could never believe. I mean, I'm telling you, this is something amazing. It's again, the modern tools of this sport have been used by Signetti. It's an old roster. masterfully coached and developed in 16-0. 16-0, that's not happened since Yale back before the turn of the 19th century.
Right, yeah, just incredible. Cool to see, and we've talked all season about how they built this and how they've been able to come together and play as a team. We're referencing 1894.
And the last perfect season of hoops, Kirk. Imagine with a perfect season of football. How about that?
So good.
Assembly Hall. Oh, shout out Bloomington. The party is just beginning. 2 hours. Those seats were free, but they had to be claimed.
Chris and I, just real quick, Chris and I just want to shout out Lee Corso. I talked with him earlier today. He was completely dialed in and excited about what Indiana was doing. He was picking Indiana. He knew that they could pull this off and finish their season. And he said, hey, don't forget, 1979, their first bowl season, our first bowl victory as a school in 1979, beat BYU. I said, Coach, we'll never forget that. We'll never forget that. So, Coach, if you're out there, buddy, we love you. Congratulations to you and all the Hoosiers and all your former teammates.
He was fired by that school, but still loves Indiana.
I asked him, you still love him? Absolutely. Pulling for Indiana.
Here's how another Indiana legend, Don Fisher, called the game-clinching interception from Jamari Sharp.
Here's a snap back. Beck looks, throws it down the field, and it is intercepted by Indiana. Wow, what a play! And it is Jamari Sharp who comes up with a pick, and he runs into the end zone. They're going to call a penalty. But Indiana intercepted the football.
He's got so many huge moments in Indiana basketball, Kirk. He's finally got a huge football, huh?
Exactly. One of the classic voices in the Big Ten, Don Fisher. I've been listening to him for a long time, dude. Huge moments in IU basketball history, but what a year he's had, and what a way for he and his team to be able to culminate the national championship season with a huge interception, again, by Sharp.
From Miami, their Miami-born quarterback and the Miami-born coach, Mario Cristobal. Team came up a little bit short, gutsy response. He was hoping they were on their way to a game-winning drive, and Signetti's team gave him a smile.
Yeah, he got a
smirk. Congratulations, Indiana fans, on being the playoff champions. You can get all the official locker room merchandise right now. Selling right now at the College Football Playoff's official online store, shop.collegefootballplayoff.com. Wow. What an incredible season. Indiana 100-1 to win the championship at the beginning of the season. And 1,000,000-1 before 2 years ago. Much more to come from Miami. Now back to Scott Beckbell.
Chris, thank you. Still to come on the Ram Trucks post-game. What a story. What a remarkable season. Congrats to Indiana. We will have the live and trophy presentation to IU for all their legion of fans who came down here and filled Miami after they went to Pasadena and after they went to Atlanta. We'll visit with, I believe, Coach Signetti, although I'm not positive just yet. We will also relive the Hoosiers' remarkable and unblemished road to the championship. All that and more after this very short break.
The Ram Trucks postgame is presented by Ram Trucks, official sponsor of the College Football Playoff. Nothing stops Ram.
Bald Eagles, fireworks, F-16s, Ram loves college football and big freaking screens, fight songs, football, blackout Rams, always back on the team with Hemi and Jen. The best in class, facing Eastern Jordan. We can hot them at the tailgate and eat for more. Nothing stops college football. Nothing stops Ram.
Right now, purchase this Ram 1500 and get 0% financing for 60 months or $5,500 total cash allowance on select 2026 Ram 1500 models in dealer inventory. And get a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
This vacation was such a good call.
3 moms sitting down at the same time must document this historic moment.
I'm not moving a muscle.
Don't worry, AT&T gave me the new iPhone 17 Pro with the center stage front camera. Didn't even need the most expensive plan. Should we call the kids? No.
Get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us when you trade in your old iPhone.
any condition. Most expensive plan not required. Plus, switch to AT&T. We'll pay off your phone balance up to $800 per line.
The goal in the playoff is always to crown a worthy champion.
This is why you do what you do.
All of the work, grind, all of the blood, sweat, and tears was for this moment.
This is a new era of college football.
We'll see the best on display.
We welcome you back to the Ram Trucks post game here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Remarkable football game. What a call. You heard Coach Signetti say they rolled the dice, and the Heisman Trophy winner on 4th and 5 absorbs the contact, dives for the end zone, and Indiana extends its lead. Gutsy. Could have blown up. No, they trust their leader. The best player in college football, and he delivers a moment worthy of the moment itself. But then Miami with an answer. Malachi Tony's been brilliant all season long. Right back at you. Miami, whose offense did nothing in the first half, has found its footing. It's a 3-point game, 3rd and 7. Mendoza, how many times has Charlie Becker come up big throughout this postseason for the Hoosiers? That's a 3rd down and 7 grab. IU settles for a field goal. Miami on the other side of the field. Beck led him on a touchdown drive against Ole Miss in the last playoff game. Here he's picked by the man from Miami. It's Shamori Sharp from legendary Northwestern High School. And he grabs the interception, which seals the Hoosiers' national championship victory. Beck unable to engineer yet another drive for a score, and the Hoosiers will celebrate this championship. Their legion of fans, as I mentioned a moment ago, they are here in force in Miami, and they are ready to cheer on this trophy presentation. Reese Davis, it's all yours.
Scott Van Pelt, thank you very much. What a night. What a championship game. What a way to finish this playoff. There's some things we know. We know after that performance of a great Miami team that the U is back. But we also know that Indiana is here. And it looks like the Hoosiers are here to stay as national champions. We want to start by introducing our players of the game. The offensive player of the game to this national championship match. The Heisman Trophy winner from right here in Miami, the Indiana quarterback, Fernando Mendoza. Fernando, I know you've been asked a lot this week about what this return is like. Now that you're experiencing national championship, hometown, beating Indiana to unprecedented heights, how do you describe what you're feeling right now?
I first want to give all the glory to God. And I mean, there's no better group of guys I want to deal with. It's the most special moment of my life. There's such a great group of guys. I love you guys. Great job.
There was a drive in this game where you guys converted 2 4th downs. You made a great throw. Charlie Becker made an unbelievable catch. And then the play is going to go down in Indiana history. You're running through Hurricanes. You're showing it on the board right now. And you died for it. 4th and 5. What did you think of this call?
Nobody ever doubted us at the beginning of the year. We didn't make it this far, not to let it on the line. 4th down, we trust our guys, we trust our O-line. First 4th down, Charlie Becker, fantastic catch. Second 4th down, I would die for my guys in the field. The way I say what I do for myself. We put on the line and we got that done. Let's go.
You've had so many great moments. Has there been a better moment than that touchdown run in that spot?
No better moment, no better moment. We talked about this a year ago when we started spring and winter workouts. We're going to be a national champion contender. Everybody counted us out, but it's the optimism and self-belief we had in each other that got us to this point.
I don't know if you've seen it yet, but your parents celebrating that touchdown run is something to see. You ought to check it out. A lot of family members here. What do you think tonight's going to be like for you?
Oh, tonight's going to be an insane night, to say the least. I also can't wait to get back in Bloomington with the guys.
Fernando, congratulations. Quarterback of the national champions, 16-0. the defensive player of the game in this Indiana victory. One of the great pass rushers in the country last season, one of the great defenders all year, and apparently a special teams demon tonight, Kyle Kamara. Tell me about the punt block.
Hey, man, I just seen blood in the water, man. I just had to go take my shot. I shot my shot, and I heard that double thud, man. It was over.
On the final drive, Miami gets the ball. They have a chance maybe to go down and win the game. What was that like for this defense having everything on your shoulder?
Bro, this is what you died for, man. Like, this is what you dream of as a kid. You have a 2-minute drive to go win it for everything, man. You got to go out there and just take it. And that's what you did. You took it.
Before we came up here, you came up to Coach Signetti in the back, and you said, "Thank you for bringing me here."
All right, we got
what has the time in front of these Indiana fans been like for you?
It's been amazing, man. I've really seen the city of Bloomington grow, man. I met a lot of new friends, and I've seen the way that the fans supported us is amazing.
Let me tell you something. After what you guys have done, you've made several 100,000 friends for life. National champion, congratulations. Defensive player of the game and well deserved. And now, the head coach of the first in the modern era, 16-0 team in the national champions, Coach Signetti. You said, why not Indiana? Why can't we do it here? Now it's become reality. What's this moment like for you?
It's incredible. But, you know, when you got the right people in your organization, coaches and players, and you got a plan and great leadership, and they commit to getting better, anything's possible. What a gutty game. I give Miami a lot of credit. They played hard. We found a way. We were resilient and made one more play. What's this moment like for me? Back when I was waxing the staff table at IUP, Thanksgiving weekend, and school was shut down for the playoffs, did I ever think something like this was possible? Probably not. But if you keep your nose down in life and keep working, anything is possible. Looks pretty good.
Tell me how long it took you to decide to go for it on the 4th and 4 with Fernando's touchdown run later in the 4th quarter.
That one took some thought. We went for it on 4th twice, I think, the series before, and came out with a couple of things that worked. The guys made plays. Ran the field goal team out there, didn't feel good about it, called a timeout. They were in the perfect coverage the play before. We banked they'd be in it again. It was a new play for them. He ran a linebacker over. His will, you know, he wasn't going to be denied. Great play by him. Great job up front. Great job tonight. Great job by our fans.
You said at the Rose Bowl that this would make a hell of a movie. Well, this is a great way to end it. So what do you want to say to these fans on the occasion of bringing Indiana its first national championship?
Best fans in America, I know what cheer you like the best. Did you ever think this was possible? 1, 3, 1, 2, 3.
And the Hoosiers are national champions, and there's one more order of business and the most important one. And for that, I introduce the executive director of the college football playoff, Mr. Rich Clark, to present the hardware. Rich?
Thank you, Reese. What a game. What a game. But as we conclude the college football playoff this season, I want to say thank you and congratulations to both of these teams because they showed the character, they showed the mental and physical toughness, and they showed an extreme competitive spirit, not just in the playoff, but throughout the entire season. For the Indiana Hoosiers, this is historic. 16-0. Coach, 16-0. Congratulations to you and your fans on something that is truly remarkable. But now, you ready, fellas? Come on up here. Right now, on behalf of the conferences and the institutions that administer the college football playoff, it is my honor to present the 2026 College Football National Champions, Coach Kurt Cignetti of the Indiana Hoosiers!
I think they want to sing their song, Chris. Give me a minute. Here we go.
Yeah, it was a fun guy.
If you thought the Indiana Hoosiers and their fans would be singing Queens, We Are the Champions, of course, the anthem in so many teams, I don't believe you. But here they are. And all things are possible. Modern college football, you can go from 3-9 a couple of years ago. You can hire the right guy, bring in the right players, and you can be standing here.
It's unreal.
And don't think that programs around the country haven't noticed that, Kurt.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've had NFL head coaches text me, ask me, call me, asking about Kurt Cignetti and what he's done and how he's been able to energize his program in such a short time. And everybody's paying attention. Everybody really respects what he's been able to do. And look at that smile right there, man. You imagine what he created in 2 years, and he's looking out at that confetti and looking out at his players, all that winter conditioning, summer ball, camp, all the grind, the portal. This guy's figured it out.
It began with delivering some swag, some bravado, because it was desperately needed. No one believed this was possible. It ended with him having to remind his team that they were going to get a battle from Miami. Big favorites coming into this game after smacking around 2 teams in the playoff to get here, and they had to fight for it. And Miami did battle to the last play, and Jamari Sharp made the plays. Yeah, that says it all.
That's what's going on back in the state of Indiana at Assembly Hall. I have cousins. My cousin Lisa, congratulations, Lisa. She's probably crying somewhere right now. These are a passionate, die-hard fan base that just hasn't had a lot of stuff to cheer about in the fall. And now they do. And this isn't a one-hit wonder. They're not going away. With their commitment with the NIL, with Kurt Cignetti, coordinators that stayed committed, get ready for this brand. They're not going anywhere.
Sharp from Miami made the last play. It was his uncle, Glenn Sharp, who played for Miami, who was involved in a very consequential play at the end of a championship game against Ohio State. That's right. He was the one flagged for the pass interference. I tell you, this movie just has so many layers and stories. It's still being debated down here.
Yeah, that's Glenn Sharp, who was a great player. Yeah. A late flag came in.
So all these years later, his nephew, Jamari, steps in front of Keelan Marion and makes a play in his hometown to seal a championship for Indiana and again deny Miami. This will sting. The Canes outgained the Hoosiers. Really special teams cost them the 50-yard doink off the upright early when every point was precious. And then, of course, that block punt. Enormous for Indiana.
Yeah, I think the block punt and then the drive where they converted those 4th downs that you talked about. I mean, when you're looking back at this game, because to Miami's credit, they did dig in the second half. They played with some urgency. They fought back. They came so close. And Indiana needed a big drive, and they got it. I mean, that play and the decision by Kurt Cignetti to go for it, and the touchdown by Mendoza, that'll be the play, and that'll be the drive, and the decisions that will be, again, looking back at it and saying that was the difference in this game.
Also Mendoza drove her son around his 17 football camps back when he was just trying to get noticed. He was trying to make somebody out there believe that he can play quarterback at a high level in college. She continues to battle MS, and this is a massive story. So many members of the Mendoza family. He's going to make his way over to Elsa. His dad, Fernando IV. Junior brother Max is here. Alberto's, of course, on the team.
All right.
This is Aunt as well. He calls her mommy. That's M-A-M-I in the Latin tradition. Some scripts are so crazy, no one can believe it. That's why sports are the ultimate reality. Big Ten championship, Heisman Trophy, national championship, perhaps the top draft pick in the draft. Been done by very, very few. The Mendoza family has a passport tonight in Atlanta. That seems fitting, Kurt. It's been a blast all season long. Been a great playoff run. We've been treated to some really superb football by this team all season long. And in their 3 games, really had to fight to the final play to earn it tonight. The Hoosiers on top through a century of looking up at others. Performance by him in a season we'll never forget. Dr. Pepper now presents the trophy run featuring the world premiere of Sons of Legions, Stand and Deliver. So long.
There's going to be one team. There's going to be one team excited at the end of this, boys.
It's right here. 2025 college football playoff.
Suspends will fall into put Texas Tech back on the map. I love these guys and why they deserve it.
Wanting fresh blood in the college football playoff, you have got it in this Final Four. James with their 3 yards.
How fitting to have this moment. People thought Indiana and Miami would be here.
A collection of 2 great stories. The biggest and brightest stage awaits. Here we go. A start here for the number 1 team.
Welcome you back. Ram Trucks post-game continues from Miami. It is a jubilant scene for the Hoosiers who are here and the largest alumni base around the country, wherever they might be. Back at Assembly Hall in Bloomington or in any direction, north, south, east, or west. They are celebrating a title. Not another hoop title. They've got plenty of those. Their first ever national championship in football. And it's not just that this is an unlikely / impossible story given their history, which prior to Kurt Zignetti's arrival was the worst in all of college football. It's who they just beat in succession. At the Big Ten title game, Ohio State, then Alabama in the Rose Bowl, then it was Oregon and Atlanta, and now here on its home field, they meet the U in Miami. You're talking about heavyweights throughout the history of college football, and now the belt and the title belongs to Indiana. It is remarkable, and the way they won it tonight was worthy of the moment and worthy of the title champions. Ram Truck post game continues. Pleasure to visit now with the men that called the game, Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit. And fellas, if you could hear the laundry list, Chris, that I was just running through, who they beat on the way to this title, I think frames it even more remarkably. How does that land with you? Who they defeated on the way to this?
Well, I doubted in the modern era you could have a 16-0 team win a national championship. I thought it was going to be very challenging to do. It's Indiana, of all teams, of all programs, that ends up doing it. Look, they earned the bye. They went out to Pasadena, and they were not just happy to be there. They dominated Alabama. Many thought Oregon was going to get them in the return match. That was a first-round knockout. This was a different kind of game. And Indiana had to show that kind of resolve. Scotty, they showed during the regular season. We talked about the comebacks and the responses by Mendoza. They had to respond again and again because Miami wouldn't go away.
Yeah. I mean, at halftime we were talking, boy, we thought Miami would come in and have a little bit more fight. And I think when they got the stop, Scott, in the second half, I said to Chris, you could feel the momentum just on the stop before the Fletcher long touchdown. You could feel the crowd felt we need to play with more urgency. The team felt second half, new half, and then they had that long touchdown. And I thought to myself, we're about to have a heck of a second half. This is about to be game on, and then of course it went back and forth. But just being from the Big Ten and growing up, never expecting Indiana. Indiana is one of those stadiums that the visiting teams, the big schools, fill up their stadium. That's kind of who they've been most of their lives as fans. And to see this, I've seen these for years, but I think there's such gratitude and appreciation, sincere gratitude and appreciation from this Indiana fan base. Tonight, this is going to go for a few days, I think.
Michigan, San Francisco's got 15-0, Ohio State now. You got back to the Big Ten, and between 69, the year after Woody Hayes won at Ohio State, and the playoff year, they won a total of 3 in that span. So it's a seismic shift.
No question, and we think about the run the SEC had, and there was the fact that there were many different teams among them, whether it was Florida or Alabama or Auburn or LSU. And now you see in order Ohio State, Michigan, and now Indiana, and probably, and I agree with what you said, fellas, at the end, that this is not going to go away. It's not just the billionaires that are throwing their support behind it. It's this massive alumni base that passed the hat to help in this modern era with the tools that are available to them to help bring these guys there. I'm interested just in the plays that happen along the way. That, like, Becker makes a huge catch, but it's that guy right there, a Heisman Trophy winner. We heard Coach say he rolled the dice, and you better be right. And it feels like he pressed every correct button, and then they get the stop in the end. It was just a remarkable second half for a team that was able to absorb a punch, Chris, when they had to.
They did, and Rick and I, we talked about that play. Yeah, the run is going to be replayed forever, but the call should not be forgotten. They had a chance to go up 10 there and really put pressure on Miami. A field goal, and it's a 6-point game. That would have felt like maybe Miami actually had momentum off that stop. Instead, he felt good about the play. He went into granular detail about how they blocked it up and why they rolled the dice. Three Mendoza, though, taking the 2 shots in the course of that run and just going airborne. I'll never forget that.
No, and I do think that the call, if you think about it in the modern world of the NFL and the analytics, I mean, it makes sense because of what's at stake there. You got a chance to make it a 2-possession game late. If you don't get it, your defense has been playing well for most of the game, and you got them pinned around the 15-yard line. So I'm sure they went back and forth during that timeout, but the right call was made. What a call by Mike Shanahan, the offense coordinator, along with Cignetti, to trust their guy. In that high red zone area, that's usually where he runs the ball. And one Miami safety came down, the other one did not, so he had room to cut to the right and then took it into the end zone. But a gutsy run, and a great way for us to kind of put that exclamation point in the year that Mendoza's enjoyed this year, winning the Heisman.
You guys have been such a part of the fabric of the sport for so many years, and I know how much Coach Cristobal detests the idea of the U-back. Forget the U-back. They're here right now, and I understand this is a disappointing loss, and they'll have to transition away from the quarterback back who is here this year. But the sport's more fun when they matter, in my opinion, and this place was electric tonight. What's your sense of the direction that they will go moving forward?
Not going away, that's for sure. They are loaded with talent. Mark Fletcher going to come back for another year of college football. They've got a boatload of young guys coming in there. Cristobal, to me, has a solid blueprint. I do want to say something about Carson Beck, though. That was a heartbreaking way to go out. He's got a couple championship rings for Georgia, but they keep him in a drawer in Jacksonville because he wasn't really a starter or a big part of that. This was his chance, his moment. You dream about it as a quarterback. He had done some great things to bring him back, and just that one kind of like miscommunication presses the ball in there. Sharp makes the pick, and many people, I think, have a misunderstanding about Beckham, what he's about. He's a team guy. These Miami teammates love him, and I hate to see for him personally, that's a tough blow for any individual to kind of bear that responsibility.
I agree with you. And Chris and I have had a chance with Holly to sit down with him, I don't know, 7 or 8 times just in those production meetings, and you get to know some of these guys at a different level, and he's one of them. And boy, the table was set. After all, it's what we said when we let him out, you know, when they after Indiana kicked off. After all he's been through, down 6, minute and a half, go do it. You know, what an opportunity. And he got him across right around midfield or so, and then Sharp makes the play, and just maybe a miscommunication on the route. But I think, much like Indiana, I'm with Chris. Miami's not going to go anywhere. When you say Indiana's not going anywhere, Miami, it doesn't mean they're going to play in the national championship every year. It just means these teams are going to be around. These teams are. This was not climb up here. This was fun. See you later. They're going to be around. You know, it's going to be fun. And I think Vanderbilt's going to be around. It's just a new world, a new era that we live in.
I wonder, Scotty, though, if you're in any conference in the country where football is important, how can you not believe something's possible if you can get the right guys? See, that's what Cignetti has done. I mean, you look at administrations, and there's not much patience out there, because if you're not winning, we can go try to find a guy who can use the portal, raise some money, and do something close to this. Maybe not reach 16-0, but compete quickly. There's no more excuses out there, really.
No, and the blueprint exists. It requires the needle to be threaded quite exactly, and there's much praise to be handed out around the board as it relates to Bloomington. But I'm glad you guys also mentioned Beck as well. They're not here if he doesn't lead them on a drive against Ole Miss to get him into this game, right? And it ends in heartbreak, and the Miami kid, as you guys called immediately with the pick. A remarkable night, as always. You guys doing so well, and it's so fun to be here with you. Thanks for sharing a little time with me. I look forward to visiting down the road, boys.
All right, man. Have a great show, Scotty. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much. Chris Fowler and Kurt Herbstreit conclude the college football season, and it ends with the remarkable exclamation point of the first championship in their history for IU. There's the Heisman Trophy winner on a roll the dice 4th and 5 ball. They dominated this season throughout, 479 points of a differential, which is the second best in the poll era. The only team to outscore opponents by more, Florida State. That was in 2013. Shout out, James. Don't break that thing. And then Fernando Mendoza becomes the 10th quarterback all time to win the Heisman Trophy and a national title in the same season. The last to do it, Joe Cool. Man, what a team that was. The 19 LSU squad. He went number 1 overall after that. Dusty, Dusty, I looked up his son over there. You're not Dusty, you're Reese Davis. You want me to leave with that? I don't know. I'm happy to be with you both. You know how my affinity for Reese is well documented. Take a deep breath and try to process what we just witnessed. We're watching this game together. Well, let's be honest. It's dragging a little bit. Yeah. It's not great. Miami looks a little bit lost. Looks like they're in the deep end of the pool. And the next thing you know, they hit one to Fletcher, and then now we're in one. For Indiana to land punches and absorb punches and then win in the manner in which they did, how will you look back and recall the way they did it tonight against Miami?
Just when you think that they couldn't elevate their status anymore, they did. I know they were challenged some in the regular season. Certainly the Penn State game, they were challenged in a game. A lot of people overlooked the Iowa game. That's different than on this stage. And they had made it easy up to this point, and it looked as if they might do it again tonight. But when Miami punched them, they stood firm. And I'll just remember their resolve, their excellence, their attention to detail, and it resulted in one of the great championship teams we've seen.
And there was a singular moment for Mendoza. And I believe we might visit with Coach Cignetti. If we do, I'm going to ask him specifically about it. He said we rolled the dice. They took a timeout. We're watching this and we're processing this in real time. Like, do you kick it? And as Herbie said, the analytics of the moment, up 6 isn't great. And as it turned out, Miami went right down and scored anyway. But it's not just the play, it's the guy that ran the play and what he did on it. That was your reaction in real time was cool. Share it with the folks.
Well, first of all, I thought he should kick, because if it had been 4th and 2, I thought we would have said, yeah, go for it. But 4th and 5, I was surprised when it went for it. And then I said it's one of the greatest plays on this stage I've ever seen. I think I stood up and yelled.
You did.
And I wasn't rooting for anything. The way last hit, and then that one. And he would have scored anyway. But just for good measure, he didn't fumble the ball. He still didn't let go of the ball. And I think, Chris Fowler and I entered here together last night. We were talking about, in front of some people, what it's like when somebody tells you you're not good enough. When they say they don't want you, particularly if it's someone or some program that you've grown up loving. And to be able to have that moment and to make that play against them in this place is one of the greatest sports moments, I think, in my career that I've seen.
Coach Signetti told you a while ago, make a hell of a movie, and they've only added better scenes to it after that. But I mean, you yelled because I think, like me, if you're a fan of athletic excellence, when the stage is this big and the stakes are this high, to have your absolute best when your absolute best is required, that's what I admire more than anything. And this Indiana team, time and time again, had the goods, and they still had to stand up late and make another play. And the fact that it's a Northwestern high school kid. I mean, and the fact that his uncle is involved in the play against Ohio State years ago for you is just incredible. I think Miami deserves to feel good about tonight, but no one's going to try to sell them any sunshine, nor should they. I think the heartbreak's understood and it's palpable. I was thrilled to be able to watch a game like this and to see how much each of them had.
He intercepted, Jamari Sharp intercepted that ball right in front of where I was standing. And as I saw the play develop, I thought it was, for a second, it was going to be a touchdown. I thought he had him for a second. Actually, he did. A little different throw, a little different route. I mean, it was a great play by Sharp, and it was a thrilling moment.
The sidelines are deep with legends from Miami. I'm talking to Clay Campbell right before I say, you think a double move, and it's kind of a running joke among my peers that double moves work every time, but I'm thinking as aggressive as both secondaries were playing tonight, I wondered if it might work. It's a shame for Beck, given what he did against Ole Miss, that on this field, that's how a career comes to an end. That's going to be hard to process.
I think in time, he ought to be really proud of what he's accomplished, because you and I talked about this a year ago at this time. He was in a dark spot. I mean, there were questions by some close to him. Is he going to continue doing this? Does he want to? It's still worth it to him with not only just the physical injury, but just everything he'd gone through and making moves in Georgia. And to be able to get his team back here, to have the chance to play as well as he did, to become the leader that he became, I think is a really good story. And he'll never feel great about it because he's a competitor, but he should be proud. And because he acquitted himself with dignity.
It's a disappointment for Miami on a day that dawned with the same optimism that Indiana had. Perhaps we could get another one. It did not happen. Mario Cristobal was following the draft afterwards.
Cristobal, congratulations on an incredible season. What did you say to your team in the locker room just now?
I mean, there's a lot, you probably really can't share all of it, but that's a really resilient, tough, really special group of human beings. They've been elite competitors. They've been the best thing that's happened to the University of Miami and the community in 25 years. And, I love them. They certainly, they love each other. They turned around a program that, I'm really kind of at a loss for words. It was, let's just say that it's very real. We let one slip away. Credit to Indiana, great football team. Really a tremendous amount of respect for them. But our guys never stopped battling. Resiliency was awesome, like always. And at the end, we had a turnover. We gave ourselves a chance to win all the way to the end, and we didn't get it done. So for those coming back, tremendous foundation and elevation of standards have been set. But these guys, no matter where they go, no matter what they do, us as coaches and players are a cane for life. It's a brotherhood that lasts forever, and it's a really difficult time there.
This run was built on a foundation of passionate veterans like Carson Beck, Akeem Mesidor, Ruben Bade. What impact did they have on you?
I always tell these guys I learn more from them than I actually teach them, because I'm a father too, and I want to always just take those lessons back into the household and help our kids to grow up to be like those guys. And you want your sons to be like those guys, just unbelievably hard-working, great people that do right by others. And so I mean, it's I hate it for them. I wish we could have done more. I wish we would have done more because I do think they are a deserving group, but in football, deserve has nothing to do with it. And again, credit to Indiana for putting together a great win. And we're really, really proud of our guys. I can't shy away from. I'm really, really, really proud to be a Miami Hurricane. I'm proud of our guys. I'm proud of their toughness, their resiliency. Nothing to feel sorry about or sorry for. Just, you know what? Pick it up and go from here. And those guys in there, they're legitimate. They're champions. You know, we didn't get it done tonight. We're not the national champion. Those guys are champions.
Thank you for your time, Coach.
Thank you.
Artie, you're the steward of the show. I always call the best we have at ESPN because it is, and that's game day. And you guys have Miami back on the map to be able to come here. I think it's more fun when they matter. I'm just interested in your perspective on their place in the sport and to be back where they are.
It's really important. I mean, it is great when a program like Indiana gets up off the mat and becomes a champion. But you need standards. You need standard bearers. And Miami, since 1983, when they won a game no one thought they could win against Nebraska and won their first national championship, they've been a standard bearer. And it's good to see them back on the stage. And Mario talked about his players, rightfully so, about how tough and resilient they are. How about how tough and resilient he is? He got fired just down the road at FIU. There have been questions at Oregon and here about game management, about different things. He stays tough. He improves. He takes care of a lot of these things. And he had his team on the stage and in position.
Spanish language broadcast available tonight on Fox Deportes. This place is absolutely cooking. 49ers won the toss. They have deferred, so we'll see Sam Darnold and that Seahawks offense on the field first. Division round on a Saturday night, nothing better. Rashid Shaheed with the save. Shaheed breaks through. Still going. The flag flies. Shaheed's going to take it all the way. Let's see if it stands. It's a 95-yard return if it holds to start the game. Normally you try to warm up into these games. To the crib, 97 yards to start. Shaheed just right through the heart of the kickoff coverage. Trying to make the tackle on the penalty on the trip on the kicker. No way to slow him down. What a trade to bring him in at the trade deadline. All pro returner this year, and he shows you why. He's had this breakaway speed since he came into the league. And when you don't slow his feet, and he can hit a crease like that, no way to slow him down. That's it. You got Pinheiro trying to get him down. Oh, yeah. I'd be happy too, Coach McDonald. That's a hell of a way to start the game. Can't start it any better than that. Shaheed's second kickoff return of the year. And a punt return, too, for the Seahawks. My goodness. Rashid Shaheed, you said it. They got him at the trade deadline. He has done that a lot. His 6 special teams touchdown in his career and 1 more left. Yeah, you see he cuts back against the grain. He's got the Jordan James and safety in there. They can't make the tackle. And then he just has elite speed. Once he's through there, it's just a convoy leading him to the end zone. What a way to start. I said in one of the opens that it's all about this 49ers special teams unit, and they've done such a great job all season winning that phase of the game. But that is a
kickoff and a punt return touchdown this year, and he's got a couple of them. Well, if you thought it was loud a couple minutes ago, I have a feeling it might get a little louder when the defense gets out here.
I definitely felt a rumble on the Richter scale. That had to register something. That was so loud. I was not here for the Beastquake, but I can imagine it being much louder than what I just saw right there.
See, the 49ers can answer that as this one short of the landing zone. And that'll help.
Free kick, short of the landing zone. The ball be placed at the 40-yard line. First down.
Well, that'll certainly help. Good field position to start from Brock Purdy in this offense. Already down 7. A couple weeks ago, they scored 3 points total in that game.
They definitely struggled last time. They just couldn't find much rhythm in the run game. Pearsall wasn't playing, so there wasn't much explosive passes. They're going to have to just stay on track. It's got to be a lot of jabs against this defense. It's not going to be 20-yard gain after 20-yard gain. They're going to have to settle for some throws in the flat, some throws over the ball. Try to stay ahead of the sticks so they can stay in their run and play action game.
The immediate signal was incomplete to Marcus Lawrence with a big hit.
Yeah, you see Purdy in the pocket, Lawrence just coming in there just as he's getting ready to get rid of the ball. And the challenge against this defense, you look right, you try to come back left. This 4-man front of pass rushers, interior pass rushers, edge rushers, they just do not quit. Maybe you had Pearsall over on the sideline, but it's just too much time. And they're going to be on you before you get a chance to deliver that ball.
Your own.
So this offense missing a big key piece to George Kittle. Unfortunately, towards the Achilles last week, they're without him. But you mentioned they do get Pearsall back, and they didn't have Trent Williams when they played the Seahawks 2 weeks ago.
Interestingly, this Kyle Shanahan offense is always known for the run game. The efficiency has been down this year. They haven't had the same types of gains or the explosive plays. It's become more of a drop-back passing offense, which suits some of their players. Certainly that's why Christian McCaffrey's in there so much, and he's been so effective.
Looking deep and then fires, and it's good for a first down. And there's the guy filling in for George Kittle. Jake Hodges got a lot of time because Kittle missed a bunch of games during the year, and he actually had 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's such a great job by Purdy extending. One of his real skill sets, as we've seen over time, is keeping plays alive on 3rd down and delivering accurate throws outside of the pocket. It's going to be important for Seattle's defense to cage rush him, keep him right in the middle of the pocket, force him to play quarterback. And if he's out of the pocket, that's when he's very effective.
Here's McCaffrey off the ground, up the middle. It's a pretty strong run by McCaffrey now. He's inside the 45, put it at about the 44. Against the Seattle defense, which finished the year #1 in scoring, only 17 points a game, and they really do everything well.
There's not enough superlatives for this defense. They have all pros at every level. Murphy, Williams, got Jones at linebacker, and you see in the secondary, even Warren, the young rookie, Devin Witherspoon, incredible player. They make you earn everything. They close on this ball as fast as any defenses I've seen in a very long time.
It's Brian Robinson who gets the pitch outside, and Robinson is going to be close. We'll call him about a yard short of the first down. There's Nick Emmanwari, who has been awesome as a rookie, as the nickel kind of blitzing linebacker hybrid. Robinson gets a rare carry, now a 3rd and short.
Yeah, good job there, just trying to press the edge of the defense, but again, you can see how quickly this defense closes space. They're good in so many areas. There's really nothing they don't do well. It's just going to take great execution from these guys on a play-by-play basis in a hostile environment to move the ball down the field and score points.
Nowhere to go. Murphy was there, a couple of others, and now it's full down.
Wow, I absolutely love Byron Murphy up the middle of this offensive line with their power, their strength, their technique. So unheralded all season, but that's what makes the defense go. Those big fellas right inside.
Fourth and one. Time. Looking, throwing, and we get a whistle. What in the world happened here? Timeout was granted to Seattle. That play was so late, halfway over.
First, charge timeout, Seattle. This will be a 30-second timeout.
So Seattle gets a timeout. If you're not familiar with this Seahawks defense, let's explain it to you. They call themselves the Dark Side.
Yeah.
And it gets very dark when you play them. That's the nickname that they gave themselves. #1 scoring defense, first time since the Legion of Boom in 2015. They're allowing 17 points a game. The fewest by, again, that same Seattle defense in 2014. You can't run on them at all. As we just saw with McCaffrey, they're so stout inside. And Mike McDonald, had that amazing defense in Baltimore. It might be even better here in Seattle.
They just kind of made this defense obviously with the scheme. It's a very sound scheme and very well coached, but terrific players. They won the offseason. Their offseason acquisitions in the draft and free agency, they really developed this entire offseason and turned into this premier defense with their acquisitions.
Seahawks got to stop and they take over.
What a start. You try to come up with some creative if you're Kyle Shanahan, hand it to Juszczyk, run the option up, but it just gets strung out to the sideline. Too many blue jerseys right there. That play had no chance.
Introducing Chipotle's new high-protein menu with real chicken, grilled fresh, no antibiotics, no fillers, ever. Starting at $3.50, packed with protein. Chipotle's new high-protein menu is real protein you want to eat. Chipotle, for real.
Chunky. Hot, hot, hot. Dude, you set out 3 with protein to tackle every craving. Chunky is soup that eats like a meal. Why do you have your uniform on? So people recognize you.
Room for 6 full-size passions. A car that doesn't elevate everyone's experience is a car that stops short of amazing.
Getting my high school diploma made me feel like I can do anything. Now, I can help the kids in my community achieve their dreams.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop savings on top brand appliances like Whirlpool. Get refrigerators with space for everything. To the net, and laundry that fans and tumbles even after it's done, so it's still fresh when you're ready to grab it, whenever that might be. Now at the Home Depot.
At Olive Garden, we're all about more craveable classics and more made-from-scratch sauces. Which begs the question, what could possibly be next?
How about delivery?
Olive Garden now delivers. Only at olivegarden.com.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
Tomorrow on The Insiders, the AFC and NFC title games are set. We'll tell you who has the best chance to punch their ticket to Santa Clara plus all the latest on the coaching carousel. Tomorrow at 7 Eastern.
I'm Taylor Bishotti with an NFL Network up-to-the-minute update presented by Verizon. The Dolphins are turning the tide. NFL Network insiders Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero are reporting that they're closing in on a deal to hire Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley as their next head coach. Hafley is widely considered as one of the league's premier defensive minds after spending the last 2 seasons in charge of Green Bay's defense. In his first year as DC for the Packers, they finished 6th in points allowed and 5th in yards allowed. Elsewhere in Buffalo, less than 48 hours after the Bills lost to the Broncos in the AFC divisional round, Sean McDermott has been let go. The 51-year-old spent the last 9 seasons in Buffalo, compiling a 98-50 record, which included 8 playoff appearances and 5 straight AFC East titles. Despite McDermott's regular season success, he failed in securing the ultimate prize for the Bills, a Super Bowl. This has been an NFL Network up-to-the-minute update presented by Verizon.
We were wondering about that late timeout, and we went back and looked. Did you see Mike McDonald? And he did get the timeout. And you see it was close, but that did look before the play. Now the play, they blew up.
Yeah, Lawrence just destroying McKivitz on that block and stringing that play out to Thomas, one of the great run-stopping inside linebackers in football. It's just a hard defense to run against. They call it block destruction. That is the perfect term for this Seahawks D-line.
Offense sees Kenneth Walker getting the carry, and a good start for him. With Sam Darnold, we talked a lot about the injury and how that oblique's going to look, but when you get through that, what Darnold did in his first year, he was sensational coming over Seattle from Minnesota, won 14 games. They're going quick here. Darnold dumps it in the middle, and Walker surges forward. That's a first down.
Love that. Straight to the ball, tempo. Force the 49ers defense to a delight. I love playing at home when you've probably been working on this for 2 weeks. They say, whoever we're going to play, we're going to use some tempo, use it to our advantage. Love that style of play by Clint Kubiak and Darnold.
Four-man rush, Darnold with time. Let's see, rip, and it's short and incomplete. Trying to get it to Jackson Smith-Njigba, but Lamore was there on the short throw. And now with Darnold, and the year that he has had, 4,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, and, winning 14 games back-to-back years with 2 different teams. First player to ever do it.
Pretty cool, yeah. He's had a solid season. I think just managing this offense. They have quite a few good skill players. He's a tough guy. He's kind of got that gunslinger mentality, and his teammates really believe in him.
Here is Zach Charbonnet. Gets his first touch outside. Sprinting through. Charbonnet with a first down on a big run. All the way down near the 30-yard line of San Francisco. That's good for 15.
Got great blocking all the way around on this play. Bringing him to the edge. Saubert, the tight end. Kind of pulling around. Destroying the block with D. Winters. Just follow him. Follow the fullback. Follow your tight end. Don't get hit till you're about 5 yards downfield. Charbonnet's done a great job. K9, Kenneth Walker. Great job by this offense, kind of establishing this physical style of play here early in the game.
Yeah. Seahawks ran for 180 yards against the Niners 2 weeks ago on that Week 18 battle. Trying to do it again. They get down the game. Charbonnet juking his way down to the 26. For the Seahawks offense, and they've got good play all around, right? 2 good running backs. Their offensive line is very, very good. And they got the guy that led the league in receiving in Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Yeah, the offense goes through the run game, play action pass, and JSN 11 right there in the huddle. He is just an absolute stud. A war daddy. He does everything. They line him up in so many different locations. Right now he's in the backfield. He's very creative. Definitely finding ways to get him the ball in so many different ways.
On second down, Darnold looking good. Let's rip the floor. Cut, makes the catch, and you hear the Coop chants. A long-time round. He's been the perfect addition here in Seattle. He's going to be a half-yard shy of a first down against this 49ers defense. They've had a lot of injuries. We know that. They've overcome a lot of them. They've been tenacious, and they've only allowed 26 points total in the 2 games against Seattle this year.
Yeah, and we watched them last week, KB, against the Eagles. They were so fundamentally sound, schematically sound. Coach Saleh right there. He's had them playing together. They've won 8 of their last 9. They have a ton of confidence in their ability to stop the offense.
5-yard push. He's done this a bunch, and he succeeded a bunch. That'll be good for a first down there. He's got 10 rushes on the year, 9 of 10 on that push, including a touchdown. That's kind of their version of it, and it's been successful.
Yeah, successful because you just have so much. He's obviously a powerful guy, tight end, and he's got the fullback who's pushing him, and he's got the halfbacks. Just a good little play to have in your arsenal.
Some of the teams have used the tight end. Obviously, Baltimore did it with Mark Andrews when Mike McDonald was there. Packers did it with Tucker Kraft. It's kind of the 2.0.
Yeah, there's definitely a degree of risk to that play, though, because when the tight end is taking snaps, I don't know, it only happens, we practice it 5 or 6 times a week. Quarterbacks do it tens of thousands of times. It's different when the tight end's got to come in and execute at a high level, certainly in a playoff caliber game. They executed there. That was very good.
Offense number 72. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Get down the right tackle, Abe Lucas.
This offense is, Kevin, you kind of alluded to their group of skill players. You see Cooper Kupp getting the ball early, Shaheed on the kind of stretch of the field like he did on that opening kickoff return for a touchdown. They have a great group of skill players. Arner, the tight end, Cooper Kupp, JSN, 2 backs, really good pass protecting line. There's a reason why they're the 8th overall offense and the 3rd scoring defense in the league.
Walker on the stretch play to the outside gets there. And then Bernardo Green came up in the secondary and knocked him down after a 5-yard gain. They complement, right? They complement each other really, really well the way they play with their skill players. And listen, Darnold, what he's been great at is the big plays off that play action. That's what's worked.
Yeah, and they got to keep running it and challenging the edge like a lot of these West Coast systems. They run that stretch play so much to try to get the defense to go horizontal. And then when you play action pass with the boots or the keepers, you separate the defense kind of more east to west. Sometimes play action pass, you can separate them by getting the linebacker step up. They just displace them going sideways so often.
Play action here. Darnold fires his cup and makes the catch. Cooper Kupp with a couple catches on this drive, so they go from 1st and long to a 3rd down and about 1.5.
Yeah, just kind of on cue. You run the ball, and now you got the defense really pursuing. They run the counter play to Walker, and then really a nice job by Kupp on the right side of the screen. Dealer's choice. If that corner sinks back, he throws it underneath. If the corner stays up, he throws it deep, and Sam does a great job. Again, being outside of the pocket, he's sneaky, athletic. He's a very good passer on the run.
One in the gun. It is Charbonnet. He gets smoked. Wow! That was Dean Winters who came flying through on a 3rd and 1, and they got a stop. And the field goal team coming onto the field.
Wow, what a stop. They need a little momentum. Dean Winters beating Bradford, the right guard. Bradford just late coming off on the double team block. Can't climb to the 2nd level. And Charbonnet, I'll meet you right in the face mask. Good to have D. Winters back this week for this Niners defense.
Out last week with an ankle injury. And so now, it'll be Jason Myers from 31 yards out. Myers up and through. So a great start for the Seahawks. Kick return touchdown from Shaheed. A 4th and 1 stop, and then the offense adds a field goal. Kyle Shanahan was hot, but it looked like the timeout was correct.
Okay, Richardson, give me the tree. The holidays are done.
No way they're done.
They are.
We thought so too, Gary. But then Verizon just gave us their best deal.
4 new iPhone 17s, all on them.
Yep, and 4 lines, all for just $25.
Got anything under there for me?
It's a holiday miracle.
Our best deals are still here. Come into Verizon and get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade-in needed. And 4 lines for just $25 a line.
Love that spirit, folks.
Taco Bell's Lux Cravings boxes take you on lavish adventures. Luxuriate with the $5 box. Be transported with the $7 box. Or encounter delights in the $9 box, like the cheesy dipping burritos. Choose your Lux Cravings box only at Taco Bell.
best of all, ranchy. With Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning, snack time tastes even better. Get the recipe at hiddenvalley.com.
It's our turn.
It seems a lot of car dealers are turning down inventory from the factory. Well, that's pretty crazy, right? Because Sunset Key of Auburn is taking all the new keys they can get from the factory. In fact, Sunset has tons of brand new keys. A bunch of them with the transport wraps still on them. You name it. Seltos Gas, Sportage Gas and Hybrid, Sorrento Gas and Hybrid, Carnival Gas and Hybrid, Nero Gas, Hybrid and EV, Telluride, EV6 and EV9, and more on the way.
Sunset Key of Auburn.
Introducing Luxury's Most Wanted. The first ever Infiniti QX80 and QX60 Sport. Make the perfect getaway with exceptional offers on the new Infiniti Sport model. Only at your local Infiniti retailer.
The $4.99 double cheeseburger meal at Burger King. It's the double cheeseburger you fell in love with, or the one you're about to. A quarter-pound beef patties, flame grilled with 2 slices of melty cheese, plus fries and a drink for just $4.99. You rule.
Here at Lumen Field in Seattle. What a start for the number 1 seeded Seahawks. A 95-yard kick return right off the bat from Rashid Shaheed. They get a stop defensively on 4th and 1. They go down and end a field goal, so a quick 10-0 lead over their division rivals. Here's Sky Moore on the return for the Niners. Picked up at the 28. So now this 49er offense. Brock Purdy will get another opportunity after a little scuffle. They've been known for how great their run game year in and year out is. They've been one of the best, if not the best. They've had trouble with that area all year long.
Yeah, they're 24th in the NFL with run scheme. They just haven't found the continuity up front. They've got with some injuries up front, which haven't allowed them to stick with the head of the sticks. So they transition to a bit of a more of a drop back passing team. Well, a lot of balls go to CMC, George Kittle when he was in there. Now it's got to be Pearsall Robinson.
Over the middle there, good throw and catches. Todd just got over. He loves the football. It's picked up by Julian Love. Seattle's got it. Oh, what a start.
Oh, my goodness. They attack the football. Tom just missed with it. He makes a nice job on the reception. And Ernest Jones, traded for last year from the Rams. Incredible season, another game-changing play for the Seahawks defense.
Good game. Let's go. Whoa.
We upgraded our TV at Best Buy, and now they feel like they're...
NFL players arriving on game day?
Exactly.
Well, this picture detail is seriously pro level.
They went out in public like that.
Yeah, they're really feeling it this season.
That suit doesn't even fit you.
It fits my vibe.
Is that my purse?
Get great deals on a large assortment of TVs at Best Buy, official sponsor of Super Bowl 60.
At DQ, we're all about and, like our new limited-time crispy onion cheeseburger $7 meal deal with
Crispy onions.
And a try for me.
And here's your drink.
And the sundae.
Try our new crispy onion cheeseburger $7 meal deal right now at DQ.
Training day starts with accessories. First, the weight, squat, press, arms. Then straight to conditioning. How I show up here is how I show up on game days. Okay, that was clean. Then I study my play. Gotta stay sharp on both sides of the ball. Quick pose for the cameras, and it's to the leg where I keep my mental game strong. Gotta keep my energy right. Grab a Celsius.
What's this? We need to keep our family communication plan safe in case of an emergency.
Thanks, Pizza.
Start a conversation with your family and plan together for emergencies.
As a kid, you believed in magic. Every now and then, you believe in it again. The all-electric RZ. Because the greatest measure of an automobile is how it makes you feel.
You know what I miss most about playing? Yelling. Hey! So I got this job. Pizza? Mom, I don't miss that.
Get our biggest pizza, the Big New Yorker, for just $10 at Pizza Hut.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating the rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. Chase something. Flag. Chase a goal. Chase something. Chase rings. Chase gold.
Chase me.
Nah, chase me.
Chase all. It's all up for grabs now. NFL flag. Chase something.
Tennessee, and then Seattle went and got him. They were looking for a quarterback of the defense. You know, Mike McDonald said it was similar for us in Baltimore when we got Roquan Smith. They needed someone to kind of get things going out there to be a great run stopper. Well, there, he forces a turnover. Julian Love recovers, and the Seahawks in big-time business. Already up 10-zip. Darnold, pressure. Sacked for a big loss by Allen. Mustafa, the safety.
What a play by Mustafa. That's basically a run blitz. Shaking up Darnold off that tackle. He just didn't understand that Mustafa had a full head of steam coming off the left side. Look at him just come. It's a run blitz. They're just trying to challenge it. It ends up being play action, and he beats Walker to the inside. But he never breaks stride. He's a very fast guy. So Darnold has no idea that he's going to track him down with that type of speed. And that does not help me over just right there.
We're not the last year league in sacks, so they got to be creative like that. Now Darnold backed up. First one, it's Cooper Kupp right at the sticks. He gets it right back with a beautiful throw.
Wow, absolutely perfect. There's a high-low concept on the corner. You're just looking at Bernardo Green. Again, you send someone to the flat. It's JSN, and then cut behind it. And Green just gets a little nosy. Doesn't quite have the width that he needs. Looks like the oblique feels pretty good, KB, after that throw.
Not too bad. Cooper Kupp only averaged 3 catches a game this year. He's got 3 catches in his first quarter. Sets up incomplete pass. No one there.
Yeah, great pass rush. Again, Upton Stout coming in there unblocked. The Niners just have done a great job. I mean, they did it last week in Philly. It's a little bend but don't break, but then all of a sudden they just show up out of nowhere and make a play for a stop, just like they did on the 3rd and 1 on the first drive, forcing the field goal. And that's what Saleh's trying to do, just make one big play, get the stop, play fundamentally sound, limit points when they get to the red zone. good things last week, filling in for Jair Brown, who injured himself in the Eagle game. It's frustrating to start the game like this, I think, for everybody. Kyle, you see the frustration for him, for the special teams. They got to pull it together. They need a big gut check ASAP.
Feels like he's trying to survive right now. As Walker up the ground, it's still more than 5, maybe just inside the 5. That'll bring the second down and goal. It's just such a wave, right? The opening kickoff and then the fourth down stop, and it's like just almost get through this first quarter still standing.
Well, it's an exhilarating win last week in Philly, and then you get on the plane to fly home, and you have a good week of practice, and you think, okay, we're playing a division rival. We're going to just kind of get up there and do what we've done. We beat them once this year, and then all of a sudden, opening kickoff, Sheehy goes 97 yards, and now you're in for a dogfight. You know, 68,000 fans here in Seattle. This is one of the great home field advantages, and they haven't been able to kind of stem the tide at this point. JSN, the league leading receiver this year. What a throw by Darnold on the run. Only where he could put it in front of Luter. Drags his feet. This guy is unbelievable. His body control, his hands, his speed, his twitchiness. He has really come on. And in the playoff moments, man, making tutties, making catches, don't feel much better than that.
Action point is on, and it is good. It has been a storm in Seattle for the 49ers. The number 1 seed looking very much the part. Everything going their way. The turnover, the touchdown, and then Darnold zipping it to the league's best receiver in JSN, and it's 17-0. Hawks.
Tomorrow on The Insiders, the AFC and NFC title games are set. We'll tell you who has the best chance to punch their ticket to Santa Clara, plus all the latest on the coaching carousel. Tomorrow, 7 Eastern.
I don't think it's a secret that football fans are superstitious. Everyone's got their lucky something. There are fans who have been wearing the same jersey to every game. So maybe
So this is my favorite room, my chunky pantry. Got my guy TV cooking some chili dog mac.
What did you do to my pantry?
It was empty. Chunky, soup that eats like a meal.
At Olive Garden, we've spent years perfecting every cheesy twirl and saucy swirl. So where do we go from here?
I don't know. Delivery?
Olive Garden now delivers. Only at olivegarden.com.
Tradition can turn leap into a legend and inspires us to make Tostitos the traditional way, starting with whole corn kernels. To make our masa from scratch. No artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives. Tostitos. Tradition matters. Go, Pack, go.
Profile the chart top linebacker prospects with 40-yard times and 4.6. Isolate the top 3 with strong leadership skills. Predict which player will have over 100 tackles and make a profile. That's the guy.
Colonel knew folks hated Mondays, so he made sure Tuesdays were finger-licking good with 8 pieces of juicy, crispy chicken or tenders for just $10. It's TGI Tuesday. $10, 8 pieces, one big deal. KFC $10 Tuesday.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, The music gets drowned out. Life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
Side pocket, baby. Woo!
Mr. Claus, you forgot this.
It's never too late for an unforgettable gift. You're eating to Timmy's house. Hurry, it's the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration now.
It is 17-0 Seattle here in the first quarter. Everything going the Seahawks' way. Sam Darnold hitting Jackson Smith and Jigba for the touchdown. Largest lead against the Niners at home since 2020. And they are firing on all cylinders right now. Taking the automatic touchdown. Bernardo Green was out. Darrell Luter was out.
Yeah, here's the intended receiver, the JSN on Luter on the bottom part of the screen. And watch the safety Siegel. He just gets caught in no man's land. I'm not sure why he's coming up there in the end zone. He should kind of sink back, maintain his vision on any crossing routes. But because he kind of disappears to the front of the end zone, JSN gets behind it. And yeah.
Now that's Bernardo Green. See, Kyle Shanahan is clearly upset, so I'm not sure if he took himself out, if there's something else going on there, but that's the guy who's usually covering that route. The 49ers in a world of trouble. They need something to settle it down.
Push, 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 push.
Pressure the center screen. Kessler's got a good move. And a good move.
9 to 10.
He's got first down.
Option.
Yeah, in this situation, KB is important, and I know the Niners won't do this. They don't lose their poise offensively. It's just got to start chipping away. There's no 17-point touchdown. It's one play at a time. And look, you can't, against this defense, everything's got to be one play at a time anyway. They're just too good. You got to put this rest of the game individually together to do their job. Purdy's throwing it, find the open guy, cut it loose, and just try to chip away and slow the momentum of the Seahawks down.
Safety back, baby. Woo! Woo! Whoa!
You just saw Purdy trying to play, change the play. Tell the viewer how hard that is in this type of environment.
Well, in this crowd noise, it's virtually impossible. It's hard to make any adjustments late. It's hard to change plays. It's hard. Everything feels hard. Look at Juszczyk and Jennings to the top. There's no one sure because you don't have any verbal communication.
Whoa!
You got to try to communicate everything in a huddle. It's a real challenge playing in this environment. They have an incredible home
You all right? Okay, can you help up?
Second of all,
Sure. This turn, so we hope yes.
Another Pro Bowl season, his third this year, 3 years in the league for him. And here comes the third down.
And the Niners, they have a great third down offense. First in the league. But definitely, this is an important one for them to try to get a little momentum. Get some time here to break to think about their call.
Can you give him a chair?
They did everything. They've got the hawk flying and setting the tone. You know it's going to be a good night. 17-0 after one.
Can you just sit down for a
A
second?
man who works hard, works hard, all spies
Because that's gonna,
I trained with all spies, and I became the best player ever. Sometimes the man most overcompensate.
Yep.
Did we invent crispy chicken?
Right there. Yep.
No.
Yep.
Right there, you're good. We just put it where it should be, inside tacos and burritos, obviously.
Is this yours?
Crispy chicken from Taco Bell, brand new classic.
When it's time to start your business, it's time for Shopify. Designed with easy to customize themes, sell everywhere people shop, and never miss a sale with the world's best converting checkout. See why millions of businesses sell with Shopify. Start your free trial today.
Okay, Richardson, give me the tree. The holidays are done.
No way they're done.
They are.
We thought so too, Gary. But then Verizon just gave us their best deal.
4 new iPhone 17s, all on them.
Yep, and 4 lines, all for just $25.
Got anything under there for me?
It's a holiday miracle.
Our best deals are still here. Come into Verizon and get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade-in needed. And 4 lines for just $25 a line.
Love that spirit, folks.
Hidden Valley Ranch is made with real ingredients for real ranch flavor that's impossible to put into words. But that's pretty close. Indescribably delicious Hidden Valley Ranch.
The NFL has taken huge strides to ensure player safety by creating the digital athlete. An AI injury prediction tool powered by AWS that captures real-time data for every player and runs millions of simulations, allowing teams to identify when players are at the highest risk for injury and informing rule changes that protect players, making the game safer for those at the heart of it. That's the future of player health and safety.
Modern business is mobile. That's why you need the most reliable 5G network from Comcast Business Mobile. It helps turn your business into a super speedy, on-time delivery,
Quickly rerouting.
hotspot harnessing, project completing, fully mobile modern business. Add mobile to your internet to save hundreds a year on your wireless bill.
For a limited time, switch to Comcast Business Mobile and get a $500 prepaid card when you add 2 lines of mobile. Switch today.
This year, you're showing up for yourself. But what about them? With Dutch, you can stay ahead of your pet's health before it becomes a problem. Get unlimited vet calls, along with personalized care for allergies, anxiety, flea and tick prevention, and more. Plus fast prescriptions delivered to your door. And with 24/7 access to licensed vets, care is always there when you need it, all for less than $1 a day. Because your best buddy deserves the best care too. Dutch. Vet care made simple.
Beautiful shot, the 12 flying on top of the Space Needle here in the Emerald City. Just spectacular place. Weather perfect today, and so far everything perfect for the Seahawks in that first quarter. They got a kick return touchdown, got a big 4th down stop, they got a turnover, and they turned that into a touchdown. And we start the second quarter with a pretty important 3rd down for the 49ers. Keep the drive alive.
Oh my. That was spectacular. He got man coverage, so he alerts the play. He knows he's got man. He's just got crossing routes. Now he gets steps up in the pocket and sees challenges. I never advise any quarterback to roll right, roll left. That is so dangerous, but he's taking the calculated risk and it's put down 17-0. Makes a big play for his team to get a first down.
This defensive front top, they basically, you know what they're going to do for the most part. They have 4 guys on the line, run or pass, but the guys they have there are just outstanding. And the DeMarcus Lawrence move, getting him from Dallas, he's been the perfect piece.
Yeah, the defensive front really allows them to play the secondary structure they want. The secondary structure is built to play the pass. Come on! They rely on this to shed they're so weak. You can't run the ball, so they maintain that pass defense. Their structure of everybody deep, but they stop the run because when the guys inside, very suffocating for offense.
McCaffrey on the catch. Good shake and move for McCaffrey.
Oh, baby, too hard.
Have a first down. We'll see where they put the ball down. That's what Christian McCaffrey's had another amazing year, and it hasn't necessarily been through the run. He's actually finished the regular season 6th in the league in receptions.
It's unbelievable the volume of.
Oh shit! Yeah! What the fuck? Oh yeah, baby! No! Oh yes!
Can't say enough great things about him. And a lot of times in this defense, that short middle part of the field is the most vulnerable spot. You have to take those plays all day.
first time out. Kyle Shanahan still doesn't love what he's seeing here.
You see that tight huddle right there? Everyone packed in. That's what happens when you have 68,000 screaming fans. And as tight as a huddle as you're ever going to see in the NFL. But that's the only way to communicate and get everybody on the same page while you're in the huddle. McCaffrey on that little shift motion where he goes outside of the single receiver and then comes back. You realize it's supposed to, he started out here, the corner stayed out, so he knows it's zone. So they run a zone concept, a high 7 by Robinson, and then you got Jennings on the sail route. Just a little off by Curry. That's a likely read though. Good aggressive throw. Just a smidge off. On the left side of the screen, but he got kind of flushed and there was nothing there. I saw him break free right from the start. But because that quick pressure, where he's going to drip to the right, throw it away. Again, this is part of this defense. They win in a lot of areas. They win in their pass rush, forces the quarterback.
Saturday, 8 ball.